All right, guys, I am done for the day. It's kind of early still, but I tell you what, this heat is terrible. And the heat on that back wall, my goodness. Back to the sawmill, friends. According to the weatherman, who's usually wrong about stuff like this, he's probably going to be right today because I don't want him to be. It's supposed to be the hottest day of the year here in Tennessee. It's supposed to be up to 100 degrees. The wind is barely moving. I tell you what, should be a hot one today. You guys stay hydrated. Heading down to the sawmill, probably gonna work on some pine today, do some 4/4 boards. And also my good buddy Ray, that's the farmer across the valley from me, is coming over to buy my hay. I think I got about 50 round bales or so. So while we're sawing today, we'll juggle him in there, get him loaded up. It'll probably take him several trips to get all the hay out of here. All right, guys, today's video was sponsored by our friends over at Brunt, and I was real excited about this sponsorship because I've been wearing Brunt boots since about 2023. That's when I got my first pair, and if you follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about because I post about Brunt boots over there all the time, such as right here. I'm always bringing you guys the receipts when I can, and they make a really good boot, and I just got a new pair from them to go along with this video sponsorship. Let me show you. So these boots are actually called the Sullivan. They're a 6-inch boot with composite toes, which is really important, especially around the sawmill and doing farm work. And I really like these dark colors when it comes to boots like this. So Brunt is so confident about their boots, you can buy you a pair, take them on the job with you, and if you don't like them, you can send them back. That's a pretty good deal. They're designed for comfort straight out of the box without long, painful break-in like many other brands. And that's one of the biggest reasons for me that I love these boots. There's no break-in period. You take them out of the box, you can go straight to work. And guys, these boots have 3 important features that really keep me safe down here at the sawmill that are really important to me. They're slip resistant, they're oil resistant, and they're also, most importantly, heat resistant. So once again, I want to thank Brunt for sponsoring today's video. And guys, I would act now and try these boots out because you can get $10 off your first order. There's a QR code here on the screen. There's also a link down the video description, and also in the top comment, use my code OutOfTheWoods10 to get $10 off your first purchase. All right, guys, first up on the sawmill today is a white pine. This is an 8-footer, pretty low grade, even though it's a big one. Got a swell right there on this side. I saw some other things when I was picking it up off the ground. A decent log. We'll get some really nice 1x9s out of this. We're sawing this 4/4 on the thickness, 9 inches wide. We're gonna make this into shiplap because I need about 2,000 board feet of shiplap to go on the walls of the shop way up there on the hill. And pine's gonna be a good candidate for it. I got plenty of it, and it makes really nice shiplap. And we'll get a lot of lumber out of this log. It is a good sized log. Let me set this camera down and we'll check the diameter real fast. All right, so down here on the operator's side, a little bit of an oval shape, maybe 24 inches, but when you check it the other way, it's about 20. So we'll call it 22. All right, so down here, looks like it might be a little bit smaller. If I can get that caught on the edge. Come on now, somebody hold that for me. 22 and 21. On the Sawmill, we got a Joe Maine Silver Tip Turbo 7. If you guys want to try those blades out, you know what to do. Call Joe Maine. Cell phone number is in the video description. It looks like the lubrication tank is kind of low right there. I have to fill that up here probably sooner than later. I use a lot of water when I'm sawing pine. You get a lot of pitch on that blade with pine. A little bit of a challenge on this log. I just noticed it is an oval shape on both ends, but on this end, the widest part is this way, and on the other end, the widest part is at the opposite. I have to use the toe boards on this one and work it down, but we'll get some good lumber out of it. Just take a little bit longer to get it squared up. Go ahead and get started. I'm not sure what time Ray's going to get here to start hauling this hay out of here. He's got a gooseneck trailer, and I got 50 bales. But I'm not sure how many he can haul at once. I'm thinking probably 3 trips and he'll get them all. May take more than that, maybe less, who knows. So anyways, guys, like I said, white pine 4/4 boards, 1x9s for shiplap. And also, before I forget about it, I'm not sure when this video is going to post, but a real big thank you to everybody that showed up at Troyer's yesterday for the open house to meet me. It was really nice to meet you guys, and thanks for coming out. And also a big shout out to everybody on Patreon for supporting me here in the channel. I really appreciate you guys as well, and also the channel members through YouTube. Don't forget about you guys either. Really appreciate you guys. So let's open this one up, and hopefully we can get it squared up before he gets here. You guys hang in there. It's going to be a hot one. right, guys, another white pine for the Sawmill, 8-footer, 4/4 boards. This one's smaller, but it's a whole lot easier to saw than the first one we had on there. Had a lot of scraps and offcuts on that one. Had to do a lot of interesting cuts to get some decent lumber out of it. But that's what we got. And some of these boards have some large defects right there. And some of them aren't too bad. A decent log, you know, not the best, but better than nothing. So I got a total of 144 board feet out of that log. The Doyle scale said I should have got 160, and the Doyle scale is right about that, but that log had so many defects in it and that oval shape on both ends that didn't line up. Wasn't going to happen. 144 board feet, in my opinion, is pretty good on a log like that. I'll take it. But like I said, guys, when you have a log like that, you're going to have a lot of heavy slab cuts, some trim cuts along the way to try to make things a little bit better. And it is what it is. That's more slabs than you want off of a log. Usually I want 4 and that's it, maybe some trim cuts through the edger. But to get a pile of lumber like that out of a log with that many defects is a challenge, and I think I did okay. So I think Ray's gonna come get one more load of hay, then call it a day. That rhymes, don't it? My goodness. But anyways, he was able to haul 14 bales. And I think if he did 5x5s, he said he could haul 12 at a time. So not too bad. He's got 2 loads so far. I just videoed one of them because I got to get things done. And we'll go ahead and start on this pine log. And if he comes back, we'll do one more load to come over and finish up this log and hopefully get everything done within an hour, because I'm getting hungry and it's Saturday and the temperature's now 97 and I'm craving pizza. And I mentioned it's hot out here. You guys hang in there. All right, friends, I am done for the day. Way too hot out here. I'll tell you what else, that heat back there on that back wall is terrible. It's terrible, I'll tell you what. I can't wait to put up some proper shiplap back here and get that closed up. I've decided on hemlock for that wall. I've changed my mind about 20 times on that. I went from pine to poplar to oak, back to poplar. And now I think I'm going to do hemlock because the carpenter bees won't bother hemlock. So if I put that back there, I can leave it, you know, the unfinished look, the nice wood look back there on the wall, and not have to worry about the carpenter bees wearing it out. Because I tell you what, guys, it is hot back there. I need to get that done. I should have done it this spring. I should have done it way before now, but that's the way things go, I guess. Real fast, let me answer a question about this hopper. I got this question twice in the last video. All right, so there's the hopper for the conveyor. That's where the sawdust goes, of course. And two people said, why don't you turn that thing around? Well, here's the problem with that. The way you hook this thing up to a machine is right here with a quick connect there. The skid stippler, my gosh, the skid steer universal connection right there. That's how you pick it up and move it. So if you have it turned around, that's going to be facing the conveyor. Can't do that. And I can't turn it sideways either because right there's the diesel tank. That's not going anywhere, and over here I stack up lumber. So that's why we have it kind of placed the way it is. And it works out pretty good. I do have to reach over sometimes and kind of shovel it and bring it over just a little. But other than that, works really good. I do wish it was bigger, to be honest with you. This is 2 yards, and if I could have found one that would hold 3 yards, I probably would have maybe sent this one back and got a bigger one. But it's too late now, and that will do. And also, guys, let me touch on this because it may help one of you guys out that's sawing up pine in this hot summer we're having right now. When you stack it and stick it right there, you got to watch it because it will mold on you. I'll keep a good eye down here over the next few days on this pine, and I'll make sure I don't see any mold growing on these boards right here. If you start seeing some color and some mold, get you excuse me, my goodness, I can't talk. Get you a spray bottle and put some water and bleach in it and spray it down. That will get rid of the mold, and then put you a fan on it. But that can be a very bad day, to be honest with you. If you don't spray that down, it will get worse and worse and worse. That's one reason why pine's kind of an exception in the summertime. Usually I like to put it in the kiln as quick as possible. Right now, I got poplar in the kiln and it's not done, so therefore I gotta let this stuff sit out here and air dry. But that poplar will be out here in a few days, hopefully. All right, guys, I guess I've rambled on enough here, but I'm gonna try to answer questions at the end of every video that I'm starting to see down in the comment section. I can't answer every one of them, and I can't respond to every comment because I would get nothing else done. I'd be sitting in front of the computer all the time. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. You guys hang in there.